I bought a lot of 6 broken Nintendo DS lights off of eBay. They are in this box. Let's get them cut open. I have absolutely no idea what's wrong with these things. I don't know if they'll even work. I don't know if I'll even get them to work. So we'll see what these DSs are like. Glorious packing, Peanuts. They were wrapped very nicely, and they're coming in these static-proof pouches, which is also cool. So we got 2 Crimson Red systems. One has a broken hinge. Okay, we have more Crimson Red DSs, and then a silver one and a black one, it looks like. I bought this lot so long ago, I don't know what we're going to be diving into. And the funny thing is, I have another lot of 6 DSs that I have bought from eBay that I have no idea about. So if you'd like to see that one as well, leave a comment. Let me know you like these types of videos. Let's start with testing them. So this guy has a broken hinge. You can see it's cracked. It doesn't turn on. Do any of them turn on? That one turns on. That one does not turn on. That one does not turn on. That one does not turn on. None of them turn on other than this one. Okay, and the screens are a little yellow. That's a little bit unfortunate. All of the buttons work, so that's cool. The touchscreen is accurate. It's just the screens are kind of yellow. Huh. Okay, well, this guy's fully functional. It's just a broken hinge. He's had some chips, and it's not in the best condition. All right, so let's see if any of these other consoles at least charge. Okay, so this one charges. That one charges. This one's in really nice condition. Okay, it charges. So they all seem to charge. Okay, well, let's continue with this one then. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to find a battery that is charged, and then I'm just going to pop this battery in them. I have a random half taken apart DS, so let's see if this battery has juice. It does not. All right, so we'll let this guy charge for a little bit, and then I'm going to test all of the other ones with this battery here. This battery door, it has a battery in. Hopefully it's not charged, and we'll see if this turns on. Okay, yeah, it does. Ooh, okay. All right, these screens are pretty nice. Definitely needs a new touch screen and a new hinge cover. The top outer piece is bent. We will likely need a new one if I can't bend that back in place. So I'm going to be fixing as many of these as I possibly can, and the thing with these are I need to sell them on my eBay shop, which have high quality refurbished DS lights only. So like this hinge, that would never fly. This piece needs to be swapped because of that. These are way too deep scratches. It can't have any type of shell defect like this, so that's why I'll need to swap that plate. It has to be squeaky clean like new. So we have some strict standards that I need to follow for my eBay store, but that should make it interesting and fun. So these screens are pretty great. The L button needs fixed. All right, so there's this guy. This one turns on now. Oh, the screens look pretty good. So right off the bat, this piece needs replaced because of all of the wear around the buttons. R doesn't really work. Face buttons don't really work too well. Touchscreen works pretty good. It is beat up, though. The whole entire shell is just beat up really bad. For those of you who stick around my channel, I'm sure you know what good of a contender this guy is for. All right, so there's the Cobalt one, and then we're going to get into the Crimson ones. So I'll number these, since there's 4 Crimson Red DS lights, I'll number them 1 through 4. And this one had the broken hinge, but pretty yellow screens. Which they're not pretty yellow, like they're a tiny bit yellow, but like too yellow to do a reshell or something on. So what I'll probably do with this one is I'll swap all of the shell pieces that are in bad shape, pretty much all of them, and then just swap them for better pieces. I have no idea yet. So then we got this one as a broken hinge as well. We'll let this one charge, and then we'll pop a good battery into this system. All right, we'll see if this one turns on. It does, that's awesome. Okay, we got some pretty good screens here. The hinge cover is loose, so you see the play in the screen. That's because of this piece right here. D-pad rubber's a little worn. Touchscreen works, but scratched. So this guy is probably pretty easily fixable. We need to do a good polishing for the top plate. Doesn't really show up on camera because it's so bright, but this is really, really, really dull in person. So now let's go on to number 4. All right, so they all turn on. That's fantastic. I guess some of their batteries were just dead. Okay, this guy has a bad hinge, but the screens are pretty great. Both button rubbers are bad. There's no clickiness. The top outer plate is bad. The left speaker on this guy is bad as well. There's a way to fix that. So again, with this guy, I'm kind of like leaning towards reshell because its screens are so perfect. So let's go back to this guy, see if he's charged. He's on red. Got some yellow screens. We got some some kind of critter going on in this microphone port. You get out of there, boy. So what I'm thinking for this DS is the screens are yellow, but if I let them sit on maximum brightness for a couple of weeks, they should be pretty much perfectly white. And then this guy is in such good condition. He's definitely worth being just repaired right here at the hinge. I think what I'm going to do then, I'm going to let this guy sit with max brightness, white screens for as long as possible. I'll show you how I do that. We'll pop a game in, make sure it's on max brightness, and then load up the game. And then remove it once both screens are white. So now it is technically showing white screens, even though they're yellow tinted. The bottom is a little worse than the top, but the top is still pretty bad. It's not showing on camera very well, but I'll just leave this guy like this. And now he's frozen because we took the game out, so he's not going to go to sleep mode. The screens will stay on all of the time. So we'll let this guy sit like this for a couple of weeks, and then we'll get back to it, and we will repair it in a later video. We have 3 systems with broken hinges, but good screens. Wasn't really expecting that, because normally I use these systems for reshells, but they're all pretty good. Okay, so this guy I'll definitely repair, and then I'll repair this guy too because of his speaker issue. So we will be repairing this one, this one, this one, and our silver one, and then we will be shell swapping this guy. I actually just received a custom order about like 15 minutes ago, so I will be shell swapping this guy with that order. First and foremost, let's kick it off with Crimson Red number 1. So he has some paint chips on this piece, so we'll be swapping this piece. We can see there's red paint missing. It's like black chunks. He has a broken hinge right here, so it just kind of flops all over the place. The bottom inner piece can definitely be swapped because it's worn, it's glossy, and then this bottom plate is okay, but it's still pretty worn. So we'll basically be shell swapping this guy, but with good shell pieces. So let me go find good shell pieces. Since we have 4 Crimson Red DSs, I figure why not swap this top plate, since we need to swap it anyway, why not swap it with this blue plate? And I got our hinge replacement piece, so it's strong, there's no crack right there. I got our bottom inner replacement piece, it's in pretty good shape, and then our replacement bottom piece. This is in a lot better shape than this one. We can just see this one has a lot more wear and tear, scratches, scuffs, fading from use, its label is missing, so we'll go ahead with this guy as well. So first and foremost, let's get our shell pieces all ready. I will be using this hinge cover too, since it matches these shell pieces perfectly. It's also in better shape than this hinge cover. Let's speed run this repair. So this guy, let's see what he needs. Oh, L and L even works mostly, but we'll still fix L. All it needs is L. So let me speedrun and see how quickly I can fix this guy. Right now it is 10:52. It just turned to 10:52, so I'll begin the timer now. At 10:52 we begin. And yeah, I said speedrun. Obviously I'm going slow for that part right there because I don't want to puncture those pads too badly. So we'll see how quick I can repair this guy. He needs an L shoulder button repair, and then we're basically shell swapping him with OEM parts, but we'll be reusing all of his buttons and everything. Get these rubber pads out of here. Probably find another battery door as well. This is the battery that we'll be using. So to make this quicker, I'm just going to quickly transfer these screws into our replacement bottom shell piece, so I don't need to pick them up and then put them in the screwdriver before then screwing them back in. Makes it a little bit quicker. Alright, so this piece will be all ready. So now we can pry this up. We need our power and volume switches for the new piece. Sometimes a volume switch is a pain to get out. Alright, that can get set off to the side. Now we gotta take out our shoulder buttons, undo all of these little doohickeys. Take our board out. We're leaving the touchscreen as it is since it works perfectly fine. Hinge cover, we're using our new one. Take our top screen, get it on through, pull this up. Take these cables out. Alright, now we can come in with our replacement piece already. We'll twirl this right back up. It is 10:55, so that took 3 minutes. Get him back in there. Make sure our microphone cable's dust free. Put it in place, and then route that cable. Now we can do our Wi-Fi antenna. Pop this guy back down, and we need our speaker rings from this piece, so we'll go ahead and grab it. Put it right back down. Grab the other one, put it right down. Then we can put the speaker on top. We've got to put these wires under there correctly. Put this in there, and wipe that down, and we can pop our replacement piece on, just like that. And now we have this replacement piece. Make sure our top screen cable is out correctly. So we'll get this in here. And we got our hinge. Put that there. Get the hinge screws in there tight. And now I'm going to sand down these button contacts. They worked, but we're refurbishing it. We're keeping it like new. So we'll make sure it works like new for years to come. And then we wipe it down. All right, so now we're coming back with this, opening up like that. And I'm gonna grab our buttons out. And then just quickly place them in like that. Flip it down, get our D-pad the same way, and then start and select. Bam, just quickly transfer the buttons like that. Make sure they're all sitting in their place properly. Now I'm going to clean off these rubber membranes to make them as clean as new. All right, now we got to route our microphone cable in its tracks the way that it was. And now we can connect our top screen. Fold this down. Oh, for some reason I disconnected the digitizer cable. I'm in a habit of doing that because I reshell so many systems now and just give them new digitizers automatically because they're brand new and they look nice. But we're refurbishing a DS. Straighten out the Wi-Fi antenna cable. Put it through. Slap our Wi-Fi chip down. Get that. So now we can get our shoulder buttons in place. And our motherboard screws. Now L, I kind of forgot. Gotta fix L, so I'm going to be opening the button from here. And then I pry it up just enough to get our pieces out. Scrape the inside to make it all completely clean. It already looks pretty clean, but the circular piece sure isn't. So on our circular piece here, I'm going to clean this. It's a little dirty. I can tell why it mostly worked, but also kind of didn't. But we'll get this guy all cleaned up. And with that, going to spray and brush it clean. Do the same to this guy up here, and then blow it out. Pick him up with a magnetic screwdriver, and then drop it in place. Now we can put the gummy piece in. Close this flap. Make sure the gummy piece in is in correctly. And then clamp that shut. Make sure it clicks like new. And it does. So now we can get our shoulder button back on. That should work like absolute new now. We can get our volume switch inside of our placement bottom piece. And then slap it right on. I started this at 10:52. It is now 11:02. So that took 10 minutes. So far. All right, let's make sure it can read games. Pop the battery in and we can test it. L works awesome. Buttons work phenomenal. Let's get all of these rubber pads back in. Okay, so it didn't read the DS game, so what we'll do this to clean off the cartridge reader of the DS, and then a Nintendo logo should pop up. And it did, so that means it read it. So now I'm going to spray the cartridge. And we're going to put it in the system. And this is what's going to clean them permanently. That's all cleaned. I'm going to clean the system thoroughly now, so this is what's going to take the most time of everything. I'm just going to get through all of the nooks and crannies and cracks and crevices and clean out every last bit of dirt that I see. And yeah, this usually is the most time-consuming part, but it's also honestly the one that makes the most difference because it's just, you know, it makes it look new. Dirt just makes a system look so ugly and used and just bad in my opinion. But we got that cleaned. I found a battery door that seems to match perfectly. So that's cool. Gonna spray a brush, and we're gonna get in all of the nooks, clean out every last bit of dirt and dust. I'll tell you what though, this system looks awesome now. It's clean and it's in so much better shape because we've literally done a full shell swap on it. Now we can get these bottom rubber pads on. All right, this guy needs new stickiness. So I'm gonna peel up the old adhesive from Nintendo, and then I have pre-cut squares that I just stick on. And then I peel the bottom. Put it in just like that. So now he won't go anywhere. Give this DS its brand new stylus. And look at this thing, man. It's so clean now. Ella works with every single light press, so that's fantastic. Our stylus touchscreen works fantastic. And I'll do a couple of extra things off camera, but so far this guy is looking fantastic and is ready to be sold on my eBay shop. So this guy is all ready to go. It's in such nicer condition. So there's one DS fixed, and now it is 11:08. So that took 16 minutes. That's not bad. So now let's do this guy. So we got to replace the hinge cover, the D-pad rubber, and the touch screen on this system. And I see it has a paint chip there, and I'm not fond of it. It's in really nice shape other than that. Let's see if I have a piece that's in better shape. So there's this piece. All right, yeah, I'm gonna replace this piece with this one. We can see it's in such nicer condition. All of these marks are literally dirt. That'll wipe off. Some extra work now that we gotta open the top half of this console, but it'll be worth it. So let's get it started on this guy. First, let's just replace this top piece. If you guys are interested in the screwdriver that I'm using, nice and quick and speedy, has the perfect bits for opening DS Lite systems. It's available on my website at retrorevolution.shop. 20 bucks, pick up your own Retro Revolution screwdriver. Help support my channel, and the dream means the world. So with that on, we'll get these 4 screws back in place. Look at that, dude. Looks perfect. And we got this pretty much brand new condition shell piece on it. There's no paint missing on the corners. That's awesome. Now we can open up this side. Look at this adhesive. This is adhesive under there. There we go. Has some scuffs right here, but not major. So now we can go in with the repair. We'll be replacing the hinge cover, the D-pad rubber, and the touch screen on this guy. The hinge cover is what's causing it to be all loose. The touch screen is pretty scratched, and the D-pad is mushy and it doesn't click right. It's a little worn, so we'll swap the D-pad out with a brand new Extreme Rate one since they work amazing with Nintendo DS's. First, our hinge cover. Let's just get this swap out of the way. And let me show you guys why it's loose the way that it is. So there's like a notch right here. That notch is worn too far up, which is causing the hinge that you put in there to have a little bit of a wiggle back and forth. And that is what's causing the looseness in the hinge. So we will replace this hinge piece with an identical one that has no looseness. So here's a good one. And I can see that it's in pretty much perfect condition. So now if I put our replacement in here, the only wobble it has is when you forcefully go to open or close the hinge. So that's fantastic. That's our replacement right there, and we can get it screwed in place. Okay, so now our touch screen and our D-pad rubber. So we'll get our bottom screen out of place, and then our D-pad rubber we'll just throw away. Did I say rubber? Wubble. I took a speech class, it's not funny. All right, here is our replacement D-pad rubber. And while I'm in here, I'm going to clean up the contacts as well. Wipe that all off. All right, we'll set this off to the side a little bit, and our touch screen now. So we got a brand new digitizer for our replacement. See, it has so many scratches. So we'll peel this up. Make sure it has no marks, and then go ahead and peel this and apply. Make sure it's as straight as possible. Make it tight. I'm going to route our mic cable up so it's easy to install. Plug our bottom LCD in, fold this over, and we can plug our brand new digitizer cable in. Just like that. Alright, so now we can get our shoulder buttons on, and we can slap our bottom plate. Cool. So now, again, with this system, I'm going to clean up all of the dirt and make it look brand spanking new. I'm going to peel up our old bottom screen border And we can apply it here. Looking nice and straight. So there are two things with this DS that I totally overlooked. We have a pretty big dust speck right there. That dust speck right there, yeah, that's inside of the screen. I did not see that because I didn't clean the top screen before going to fix the system. And the second thing is the B button. It's a little bit yellow compared to A, B, X, and Y, or compared to AX and Y. So I gotta open up the top half and the bottom half of the system again. That's what you get for going a little too quick. While I am inside of the top screen, I'm just gonna go ahead and replace the lens because it has a scuff right here, which you can't see it with the screen on, but it's still a scuff. And I don't like that. I'm not okay with that. So let's remove our top lens and see if the dust speck sticks to it. It did. Okay, so I have a good replacement lens. See if I can't slap this on. This lens seems pretty much perfect, and I actually got it pretty dang straight first try. Look at how nice this guy looks. This top plate matches flawlessly. Everything works great. The top screen condition is immaculate now. The D-pad feels amazing being brand new. We'll calibrate our touch screen, but this B button looks a lot better than the other one. You can just tell the other one has like a glowing yellow hint to it. Everything works great on this system, and it's in very nice, clean condition. So this guy is also fixed. Now, let's take care of this system. So this guy needs basically a shell swap. Both rubbers are bad, and the left speaker is bad. Okay, the touch screen is very scratched, but it has a screen protector. We'll see if the scratches are on the screen protector or beneath them. Haha, they were on it. That's how nice that is, dude. So make sure it still works. So far, it's looking amazing. All right, yeah, that's perfect. That works great. Again, I'm going to test the shoulder buttons because even though I didn't write them down, I just want to make sure the shoulder buttons work good. L does not work. So I'm glad I did that. So L needs fixed. I am going to fully disassemble this guy before I even find our replacement shell pieces. All right, and now again, since we have so many crimson red DSs and we're swapping to basically another Nintendo black shell swap, I thought why not go Onyx black this time. So we have Onyx black top and bottom plates, which are just glossy black instead of the matte black bottom. Let's go ahead and get this guy all reassembled. So here is our system. It's completely finished. We got it all shell swapped. Now we just got to set it up, make sure everything works a-okay. The buttons feel fantastic with these Extreme Rate button rubber pads. Absolutely awesome. I definitely recommend them. I have them for sale on my shop if you'd like to purchase because I have a lot of extra. Pop some games in as usual. Make sure it reads them. Again, it did not read the DS game and it read the Game Boy game. That's really funny. Calibrate the touch screen even though it isn't new. Absolutely perfect. This DS looks so nice, dude. It's in such nice shape. Read the game perfectly. Everything loads up fine. Let's make sure L works with every click. And it absolutely does. So this system is all ready to go. We have a trifecta, all of the black DS lights. So now we have these two. I'm going to do this guy first. So the thing with this one is it's pretty much perfect, except it has a pretty worn shell and the R button is bad. All right, so what we're gonna do with this guy, we're gonna get him fully disassembled. We got him fully disassembled. We have the motherboard, the screens, all of the other miscellaneous components. With this guy, we are going to shell swap him. Like I said earlier, a customer ordered a custom shell, like, I don't know, well, an hour and like 40 minutes ago at this point. So let's go grab his custom shell. But first, before I even grab the custom shell, let's prep everything that we need to. We got to mod the motherboard and repair it. So let's clean these contacts. I'm going to bust out our microscope and we are going to modify this motherboard. How do you ask? We are going to customize its power LEDs. The custom system that was ordered has a blue power LED and a purple low power LED. So first we will go ahead and remove these power LEDs that are on the system here. All right. Now we'll go ahead and add some flux. Gonna add some solder on these joints. Alexa, turn off Josiah. We got our motherboard all modded up. This is actually a different motherboard because the original motherboard, I somehow ripped up the trace of one of the power LEDs. So this is a replacement. This is not the original, but it'll work just fine. With all of my reshells, I replaced the touchscreen with a brand new one no matter what because the whole system is in brand new condition. The top screen, the bottom screen, everything is in brand new condition. So we will peel up this since I'll be using this. Okay, we'll set that off to the side. And I'm going to remove the digitizer by separating it from the LCD, prying it up, and go in with our brand new digitizer. And now we can connect the bottom screen and our new digitizer to the motherboard. Now this system, I don't know if the shoulder buttons are good or bad. Usually if one is, or if both are, I mark it. This motherboard didn't have a marking, so hopefully the shoulder buttons are good. So with that, let me bust out our custom reshell.
I think it's gonna look pretty sick, guys, okay? I think it's gonna look pretty sick, alright? You guys are gonna like it a lot. Alright, just hold on a second, I'm almost back.
Alright, so here we have 2 extreme rate shells because this is what I do when I get reshells. I have to morph them into their own singular shell. So let's see what color this one is. See what what color this one is. Clear blue. We'll get all of the specific pieces that we need for our shell. This shell here we will put in one of its boxes and off to the side and reshell in the future once it sells. But the system that currently sold that we will be working on is a black outside, blue inside custom shell. Turn it on, see if it works. Got that blue LED. The screens look immaculate, dude. Buttons all feel great. We have brand new ABXY and start and select pads, and then our D-pad is Nintendo and original, but it works amazing. Let's see if the shoulder buttons of this new motherboard work. R works, L works. Let's get everything completely reassembled. This thing looks awesome, dude. I forgot one huge thing for this black DS. There is a note on here that I completely forgot about and I completely didn't repair whatsoever. So I will be going back to that system after I'm done with this system. So now this is all ready to go in here with our Retro Revolution PCB. And of course we'll have to give this guy a good cleaning, but this guy is all fixed up and repaired and shell swapped into a sweet custom blue shell. So we'll get this guy set off to the side. We'll put him in his protective pouch. And we got to address what I forgot about on this system, and that is the left speaker. It doesn't work. There's a specific way that what you got to do to fix it. So let's open up the top half of the system again. What we got to do to fix this is first clamp the right speaker in place, its wires, leave these exposed, and then what I do is I will remove the left speaker and we'll solder on the wires on the right speaker's spot. Alright, so we'll unclamp this and we'll put this down in its place. We'll put everything nice and tidy back like it was from factory. Get this back on. Turn it on and we'll hear the left speaker works perfect now. So now I can get these screws in place. Just like that, our left speaker is repaired. So this guy is actually completely done now. It's awesome, dude. I love this thing. Our final system is this guy. So got to start out with the top outer piece. I'm not going to try to like repair that. It's busted. So first thing I'll do, oh, it has a pretty heavy scratch on the lens. Let's make sure it doesn't show up with the screen on. Okay, this lens is perfect. It has some scratches, but they're light, so they don't show up with the screen on, which is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get this top plate swapped. Find a replacement. And so now we got to swap the touch screen. The hinge cover. And then repair L. Give this DS a good cleaning, just like every other system. The hinge, tight. It has a little bit of play, but it's still very tight and it works amazing. These gloss silver hinge covers tend to wear out quicker than other ones. So we will grab our old digitizer and grab the color border off of it. Looking great. Pop games in. This thing is so nice and clean now, dude. Make sure it can read the Game Boy game too. It's on automatic startup, so there it goes. This DS is awesome, man. Whoops. L button works like a charm. We'll grab this guy's brand new matching stylus. And this guy is all fixed, all ready to go. It's in amazing shape. No more weird bulge over here. And yeah, perfect. So with that, we have fixed 5 out of 5 out of the 6 systems. I am quite happy with that. I'm very pleased. All right, so we have our silver system. We have our black system, which was crimson red. We have our custom reshell, which was the cobalt blue. We have our cobalt blue, which was a crimson red, and then we have our crimson red, which was a crimson red. We have this system with its yellow screens and broken hinge. We'll wait until the screens are white, and then I will make a video on repairing the system, because it was in such nice condition. We can just tell how good of a condition it's in by how clean matte that is. It's amazing, so stick around for the updated video. Subscribe with the notifications on. You guys won't be disappointed. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have a bunch of cool, completely functional, refurbished DSs. They're clean as a whistle, and we built our customer's custom DS that he just put in an order for. I hope he will love it. It is amazing. Everything about this thing is just pretty much perfect. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a bunch. If you did, please leave a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Subscribe for more content. I have a lot more coming. And like I said, I have another lot of 6 DS lights just like these. I don't know what colors they are, though. I don't know what's wrong with them or anything. We got very lucky with this. We were able to repair every single one. I know we only have 5 out of the 6, but the 6th is still repairable and will be repaired in a future date on this channel. Let's start up all these systems. It's just too cool to not, you know what I mean? Stick around for more. Stay tuned for more videos to come. I have some really cool content coming on the way. If you would like your own custom system, check out my website, retrorevolution.shop, where you can build your own totally custom system built exactly how you want with whichever custom color power LEDs you'd like. Thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next one.